Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your February 2020 Love Twin Flame Soulmate Forecast. We're looking at what's coming toward you for the month of February. Love, relationship, romance. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, liking, maybe even sharing. And for those who are returning or are new subscribers, welcome back and thank you so much for supporting me and this channel we're building together. It is a co-creative effort, and I appreciate you more than you could possibly know. Okay, so what I'm working with here right now is the Enchanted Map. I'm pulling a card for Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. I'm starting with Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine gets commitment. Interesting. And Divine Feminine, stuck in the mud. Oy, oy, oy. But interesting, that is the Elephant. Elephant is the wisdom of the past, of our ancestors. Card 36 for Divine Masculine. Commitment. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one. Partnerships formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of relationship from its inception to a literal or metaphorical marriage, right? That means coupling and saying, yeah, we're in this together. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember that your partnership with Spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the highest self in another. It's very hard to see. I want to be sure you see the two hands are touching. And you can see sort of like the light. I know it's hard to see with my lighting here. I apologize for that. I do the best I can. To hold it up so you can see what I'm seeing. And I don't know if you know, but in the extended readings, which in this extended reading, I'm going to be looking at messages, energetic messages to and from the divine counterparts, a message to you, Scorpio, from your higher self or the universe, spirit, and then outcome timing cards as well. So that's what's going to come. But in the extendeds, I always photograph the whole spread so that if you go to my extended platform, you know, if you follow the link, you can click on it and there's like little arrows where you can pop past the thumbnail and see the photograph of the whole spread, and then you can expand it and see these cards closer. Just saying. Because I do it, and I don't know if anybody's seeing it. I take the time to do it. Okay, stuck in the mud here, Divine Feminine. You're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. Kind of an interesting message. They don't feel very connected to me. Other than if Divine Feminine is somehow feeling stuck with regard to forward movement in the connection in terms of commitment. And maybe that's where those paths cross. But for now, they feel very kind of separate to me. All right, so doing a little bit of a different reading here. This is still divine counterparts, still divine masculine, divine feminine energies. And I know it can get confusing, and I've seen some comments that it can be confusing. I'm trying to do my very best to leave gender roles out of it, because the truth is you can be a woman and still be the divine masculine in the connection at the present time. So if you are a Scorpio here and you are the one who is taking action in the connection and moving things forward and being very much the, more of the chaser, right? More of the trying to get this connection to evolve, you are divine masculine. You can be a woman and still be in divine masculine energy. If, however, Scorpio, you are more allowing, waiting for things to unfold organically, more receptive, possibly a little bit of a runner, but maybe not so much, maybe just sort of waiting for things to unfold, being more allowing, using your intuition more, not pushing things, right? Then you're divine feminine. And you can be a guy and still be divine feminine. So I'm trying to leave the gender out of it. We do have both energies within us innately, but there is always one energy that is more pronounced in a connection with someone else. We just take on a role more naturally. So that's what I'm speaking to. And then if you come in here as a cross watcher, which welcome, love you for that. That adds a whole new layer onto it. So you kind of got to figure out who you are in the reading. I am not doing that for you. Okay, let's look at it. Divine masculine energy showing up as the hermit. Yes, this is Virgo energy. Going within, more the sage, more very much internal, solitary journey, doing a lot of inner work and then coming forward to be more of the guide. I like that. Divine feminine, up in the air, trying to figure out how to balance everything here in real time. Coming forward is Two of Pentacles, that is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And and then Virgo energy here. A lot of groundedness here. The situation. Manifesting. The challenge. Divine masculine energy. I will go through this with you, and then I want to now look at how does divine masculine feel about divine feminine. You're their joy. You're their happiness. They can be vulnerable with you. How does divine feminine feel about divine masculine? A little resistance. 7 of Wands. And I'm feeling this from divine feminine. I am feeling very much the, I'm not sure what to do with all of this. Okay. So right now, it feels to me like divine masculine is taking the lead here. Is stepping in as more of the guide, and therefore is feeling sort of bathed in the sunlight and the warmth of this connection, very open to it. There may be a shift coming soon where the roles will reverse. I only say that because we have the situation right now. The current situation is about manifestation, is about your ships coming in. And what is it that's coming in? And a challenge or the dynamic between you happens to be masculine energy of the Emperor. That is someone who knows what they want. They're usually very Aries energy there, by the way. And this is Leo, in case I didn't say it. Very much in control, can sometimes be too in control. Can sometimes be, hey, my way or the highway, so we'll have to look at that. And then, as I said in the extended, I'm pulling cards for your messages to each other, to and from each other, energetically. And sometimes what comes out in that part of the reading is you don't even realize the energy you're putting off. You don't realize that sometimes you can be in a connection where you're communicating telepathically, and the messages are very, very intense and profound, and the other person can pick up on your energy depending on how connected you are. I'll also look at a message to you from your higher self, the universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it, and then I'll pull some outcome timing cards. But let's first look at these energies here. And I do want to put, I do want to put these down here, this commitment card and this stuck in the mud card, because now I want you to know, feminine, for my feminines here, this is it. You're stuck in the mud. You're resisting right now. You're trying to keep all the balls in the air, literally and figuratively. You're trying to like, what is going on here? And how do I deal with this in real time? It's very possible this may be moving too fast for you if you are the divine feminine. So Scorpio, if you are divine feminine, and I just described that and you're like, then you're the divine feminine. That's confirmed. If you're like, no, I don't feel that way, I'm pretty committed, then at this moment you are really dealing with more divine masculine energy. You are more opened up now to commitment, having done your inner work and being more the sage and the inner sage and then the guide for your divine counterpart, and seeing them in the sunlight, seeing them as your warmth, your sunlight, your someone you can really be vulnerable with. Just saying. Okay. Hermit energy here for this divine masculine. And oh, by the way, to add confusion, you can feel free to flip the energies around. Let's say that you're like, yeah, no, I know I am the divine feminine, and I know that what you described as divine masculine is my energy. Fine, just flip it around. Just flip it around. I set an intention for how cards are going to come out. That doesn't mean that they come out the way that fits your storyline. But if like 75 to 80% of what I'm saying is your message, then it's your message. But sometimes you need to flip the energies around. That's all I'm talking about. That just adds another layer of confusion. I realize that, but don't worry about it. Okay. So I kind of feel here that this divine masculine energy is saying, I'm okay with things not being in balance. I just want to be happy. See, this is a card of balance, fairness, reciprocity, equal give and take. But I kind of get the feeling like there may be, there may be an energy here that is lighter, more superficial than the seriousness of this hermit. And I kind of feel like the hermit energy of this divine masculine is saying, okay, so I'm okay with being more charitable and giving toward this more superficial energy. And that I'm saying that for a reason, because I really do feel that the divine feminine here, if I have it all correctly, is struggling with the seriousness of it all and is resisting that. Two of Pentacles here, divine feminine. Sure, it's all about the Lovers. It's all about making a choice. Both of these cards are cards of choice. Two of Pentacles and the Lovers is the card of Gemini. So, but it is about making a choice. And I feel like divine feminine is trying to choose. Oh, interesting. There may be more than one person here. Divine feminine may be dealing with a situation. Could be a divorce or the end of the cutting out of someone else to bring through the balance in this connection. See, I do feel like divine feminine is trying to figure out, how do I make this, how do I bring this into the real 3D? And is trying to make that decision, that choice, and is struggling and juggling. And this is about balance, and it is about fairness, but it can also be very legal-minded. So if that is an issue, then I'm speaking to you. Otherwise, we have Gemini energy, Libra energy showing up here. The situation, Three of Wands. You may not be communicating much. There's an inner knowing here of what you're manifesting. Let me just move everything. I never figure out exactly how to lay the cards out so that everything fits. High Priestess, Pisces energy here, but it's very, it feels very connected to the Hermit. It feels like this is about wisdom and inner knowing and intuition, going on intuition, sort of just knowing the timing of things, knowing how and when is the right time to bring something toward you. since that Three of Wands is manifestation. This is manifestation as well, but it's very highly spiritual. Because we're looking at life partnership here. That's what we're looking at. So I do feel that's what's being manifested. You may not be communicating very well. This is sometimes hidden secret feelings, right? Hidden feelings and being kept to themselves. So I almost feel like what's being manifested. The situation is someone isn't sharing their feelings about wanting a life partnership. And that's what's trying to be manifested here. When I say trying, I feel like there may be a little bit of conflict. Boop, Seven of Wands. So now we have what is the challenge or the dynamic comes out as the Emperor. That is the card of Aries and divine masculine energy. It's definitely divine masculine for this twin flame connection because there's the Six of Cups. So I don't feel that that's a challenge. I feel it's the dynamic. Yes. Oh, here's a card of attraction. Nine of Pentacles, really being very much in your individual, unattached, grounded attraction energy. The Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy as well as this Hermit. So I sort of feel like this divine masculine is okay being unto themselves. I get that feeling. Really attracting to them what they want, not so much being attached to the outcome. And that is what this stuck in the mud card was. Am I right? I forget which one. I'll look it up, but I kind of feel, I'll be sure I check that out before the extended. I almost feel like this is the one that's like, let go of control of the outcome. So that would be, if I don't have it right, then I feel I have it right. I feel this is all about divine masculine and the dynamic of divine masculine, recognizing the power of the connection, the twin flame, past life soulmate, and being okay with being on their own and sort of just waiting for things to materialize, waiting for things to come through, which is that Three of Wands. So very much in their power, very comfortable in the role of divine masculine, and comfortable being on their own. Beautiful energy. Divine masculine sees divine, feels divine feminine, feels about them. The sun, that's Leo energy, but it's just beautiful, calm, serene, joyful, working together. Oh, look at how beautiful this is, Scorpio. Oh, if you're the divine feminine, this person really loves you. This person, it just sees you as someone they want to work together with, you, them, and spirit, coming together to create a masterpiece of this connection. And then just taking the leap of faith. This is a brand new day. This is something brand new. This is your spirit energy coming together here in the full light of day. Someone who is really wanting to share their vulnerability with you, divine feminine. If you're the masculine, I get exactly what you feel here. Really wanting to work together, taking a leap of faith, but it's more than that. It's more than a leap of faith. This is something brand new. This is like an adventure of the soul for divine masculine, the way divine masculine feels about divine feminine. Divine feminine is all up in their resistance here. Why the Seven of Wands here for divine feminine, please? Yes. They don't want to get hurt. And sorry for the vroom vroom, rev that you're hearing out there. That's annoying. But here we go. Divine feminine has had their heart broken before. Doesn't want any part of that. Really wants to move to calmer waters. This is someone who, if you are the divine feminine, I get it. I get why you're resisting the intensity of this connection and you're just wanting to keep it light. I feel like there may have been a third-party situation that you experienced before if you are divine feminine, if you're divine masculine and you're watching. That's what their issue is, in case you didn't know, and they just want to be able to clear their head. This is, see, 2 and 4 is 6, right? Stuck in the mud. 2 and 4 is 6. This is 6 of Swords. It's about balance, calm, tranquility. Okay, if you feel like I'm speaking your storyline and you want to know more, we're going to go into all the messages, the hidden messages that are coming in energetically for you, as well as the outcome and timing for when we might get this unstuck, because I do feel some stuck energy here on the part of Divine Feminine. I got the link for that below. Otherwise, I'll see you on a future video. I hope you have a wonderful February. Take care. Bye, Scorp.